myself. The only one other thing, how did the Women's Sports Foundation start? I was getting a lot of awards back in the 70s, and they'd always give you a check and say, where would you like, what charity would you like to give it to? Of course, I felt like saying, I need it, I don't have any money. You know, we're just starting professional tennis. We had no money. So anyway, I said, oh, you know, I'll give it away. And then I promised myself the next time, if I got lucky enough, because you never know, I would start the Women's Sports Foundation. Guess what? Gillette cavalcade of stars, or whatever they call it that year. I think it was in '73. And I won this award, and they're going, here's a $5,000 check. And then, guess who gave? Tony Randall. Most of you are too young to know who that is, but the Odd Couple, the first Odd Couple, he was part of that with Jack Klugman. And so I was thrilled. And then Bob Hope, the great comedian, was hosting. So Tony Randall gave me this $5,000 check. He says, they go, oh, and what charity would you like to give it to? And I said, I'm going to start the Women's Sports Foundation. And that's the birth of the Women's Sports Foundation. Okay?
One question? Well, first of all, we just all thank you so very much for getting us.
Have a ways to go. You talk about the impact we can all have, and I presume one way we can have an impact is by supporting Women's Sports Foundation. And it would be great for that to happen, and to happen regionally and locally. What else do you recommend to people in this room that we can do to have an impact that's a tiny bit as much as you've had?
I'll just say one thing. Every single one of you is an influencer for your own life and for others. Okay? Take over, Deborah. Go. No, you're our leader. I'm not. No.
I guess what I really want to say is, you know, we don't have to say anything after listening to Condoleezza Rice and Billie Jean King. They bring all the passion. But those of us who do in our own jobs every day, as Condoleezza says, think out of the box. If we keep going to the same suspects for resources, for help, for any other help in sports, we will still stagnate. So be creative and always think with a woman's lens, and think about your daughters, your nieces, and what you want for them. I don't have an exact formula for you. If we did, we would be there. But this was thinking out of the box today, and from what we learned last night at a dinner, it really stemmed from women having these ideas, and kind of like Title IX and